They were a pretty respectable team in November, and they're still last in the league. Like they were hovering around 500. They're working harder. They look more organized. They're not allowing as many breakaways and 2-on-1s as we saw in October, and they're still last.
They're working harder. They look way better, and they're dead last.
Yeah, and that's great. That's exactly what most of this fan base is clamoring for. Stop pretending that you can be 8th in the West and look in the mirror. It's the Jay Feaster intellectual honesty thing.
Yeah,
you have a huge opportunity this year to look in the mirror and say, even when we're playing well, we're not even close to good enough. Let's make sure we don't fumble the bag on a lot of assets we could turn into futures.
You know what it's going to be, and I've seen already, and it's probably just people in.
On the
I
socials.
think it's, but it's you start to read into body language in that, because I saw some people say, "Oh, you look at Naz, Kadri wants out. He's tired of this shit." Or it's the last game of the road trip.
Yeah, they're fucking gassed.
Yeah, or he's exhausted. That and he got tangled up with Marsh or so, and he's got a.
My knee doesn't feel right.
Right. So it's, I don't know. It's not to say. Who knows? Nazem knows. We don't know. But I think that now it's going to be, all right, let's really see what we're seeing here. We're into December. Who wants out? Who wants to be
sick of trying to ask him what he wants anyway. Like,
he keeps not answering us.
If I'm the GM and owner of the team, sorry, we're in last. You've been handsomely rewarded for your effort, and thank you for playing so well. Get the F out of here. Like,
yeah, and I think this is why players have agents. I think there's probably been some things floated by now.
Yeah, I don't need
he wants to win another cup. I don't think that's a crazy assertion. He's a competitor. He's not here collecting a check at his retirement home when he's going to live here.
That's what I was going to say. If he likes it here, and then he's going to retire, all the more reason you don't want him.
Yeah.
All the more. That's just telling me again, these guys don't want to win fucking Stanley Cups. They just want to play.
I think he does. So I think
sorry for swearing.
Maybe the team wants to be polite and not have the awkward conversation, and maybe they're waiting for Nazem to make it easy for them. He'll come to us. It's like when you know the relationship's not going to work, but you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, so you just kind of wait for them to make the call that everyone knows is going to happen.
It's
dating in your 20s.
I mean, for me and you, Pinder, because we didn't play, but I'm fascinated by what it must be like to be inside the room, because as we sit here, what we talk about is not headline news. It's not as though Kadri or Anderson are sitting in there. I was listening to this podcast, and the fat guy in the end was saying that my contract's up at the end of the year. And that I may be thinking of my next contract and where else I might want to play. I hadn't really given it much thought, but old Tubby got me. He got my mind racing there. You're in the room for game 1 loss. Who's they're every day they're around these guys. All the
game 1 win, but yes,
like good Lord, yeah, it should have been a loss.
It was definitely a gift from Skinner.
Well, maybe we'll have a conversation with I can't imagine if I was playing that I wouldn't be in contact with my agent, right? Of course, you've talked about this,
exactly what the hell
your family. You know what teams are interested in you.
I think part of the makeup of a pro athlete is to defy odds, because you just shouldn't ever actually think you're going to become a professional athlete. It's just so improbable and unlikely and statistically abnormal. And so when you tell them they're out of it at the end of October, they're like, I was told I wouldn't even make a junior team. You're telling me we're out? Like, I've seen heaters, like the belief in their own skill set has to be incredibly high. You don't get this far in life for most of these guys, is my opinion. And so I think all these things will happen, but when we use logic to say you're out of it, you're not going to make the playoffs, they're not there yet. They're ready to defy odds because that's what they've done their whole lives. So I truly believe that's when they come in and talk about 97 points and the sports books have them in the low 80s or high 70s. Like, they're like, yeah, well, who cares? They counted us last year. We had 96. Like, now we're adding this Prek kid and Wolf's going to be a full-time. Like, they're skewed to believe what they probably shouldn't if they just looked at logic. You know what I mean?
I guess so. Yeah, it's however you're wired.
I don't think they sit around
mulling over crunching the numbers.
No.
Yeah.
They show up. And I know this. You have to be selfish when you're playing, because you have to only focus on yourself and being prepared to play the next game.
Mm-hmm.
That's people like, oh, he doesn't. No, yeah, that's right. I have to eat and drink and sleep and do only the things that can help me, because I'm only going to be able to do this for so long, and if I slip up on it, it's costs everything.
Yeah, the margins are so slim. Yeah.
And now these guys are established, but they're not. Anderson has already made plans prior to seeing how this team did this year. Now, could those plans have changed if they're sitting in first and dominating? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But he met with his agent over the summer and knows exactly what the F is going on, who's available, where he wants to go. He's already, and to the point where it's like, I've dealt with this. He isn't thinking about it. He's told the agent in the summer,
I'm happy to come back. We'll address this later.
Well,
Same with
the agent has said to him, these will be the teams that would be interested, or these are the teams I go to if they wanted to trade me. He's not sitting there on a data phoning his agent after morning skate going, okay, what about today? What's happening? Any news today? No, it's all laid out. When they decide to turn the page, as far as the Flames making a trade or somebody paying the price to get him, then it'll happen.
Yeah.
It's like us debating who's going to be on Team Canada. Well, there's a list of there's only little things that are going to change.
Yeah, I guess, and we don't need to get bogged in it. It's just, it kind of goes back to the Markstrom thing from a couple of years. It's like, are there no conversations? It's everything's completely. No one has these conversations ever about what this team is. What is the team going to be like? Am I possibly going to be traded? Well, they haven't approached him, and until they approach anybody, I guess I just don't understand or respect
that they signed all those 4 guys in the off season, the coaches and management. That don't believe everything you hear either, right? Like when we're told, they've never bullshit.
Elliot on Monday said something really interesting. He said, "Don't listen to the noise. They're absolutely rebuilding."
Yeah.
And that's as plugged in as a guy is that isn't a GM in the league. And if you look at what they've done since the Lindholm deal on like the last day of January 2 years ago, all they've done is liquidate older assets, lock up younger guys, acquire picks. Like they are rebuilding. They just absolutely don't want that messaging out there for whatever reason.
Yeah, if you only pay attention to the actions,
they're rebuilding.
They're a team that's.
And I think it's childish that they can't talk the way they need to talk to us as humans. To me, that's just an opinion where you say whatever some
markets that probably flies, you don't get challenged, but this is a hockey market. It's the biggest thing in town. People know this sport well. It comes across as tone deaf and talking down to your fan base. But when you own the team, you get to run it the way you want. If that's the messaging you want, pick it. If you want to, bring in Cirque du Soleil and promote intermissions, you can do that too. Like, it's your team. Do what the hell you want. Talk about the team winning, losing, rebuilding.
Strip it down and get assets and.
But you better, If you're caught holding the Nazem bag in 2 years and he's not a top 2 center anymore, like you've missed a massive opportunity, haven't you?
That's the issue that I think is that we need him to. There is reasoning behind it. We looked at Edmonton when Hall and Eberle, and there was no leadership there. Last year, Bedard. Now, I don't know who they brought in this year that's made Bedard fine. Last year, they didn't surround him, and I said it too. But
they had the veterans, just not the skill last year. Like they had the Felinos and other states.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, okay, you can make the argument you need professionals.
They still have them if you just trade.
Yeah, to show the young guys the ropes a little bit to a certain extent. And if hopefully they have, you have to map it out so that some of these assets that you're going to try and get, as in high-end skill players, come together at the same time. There's no sense having Kipper and then a decade later Iggy and a decade later right? Like you gotta get them kind of blending together. It's at the same time.
Yeah, when you look at Anaheim, it's like they've sprinkled in enough veterans where they trust the leadership, the direction of the team, but all their good young players are arriving at the same time. It's like Jackson Lacombe is the guy in the back end. Zellweger's popped this year. Obviously up front, Leo Carlson, McTavish, Cutter Gauthier. Like that's their young core, but they have insulated them with vets. But the reason that argument doesn't make sense for the Flames is like you're already married to Huberdeau. You're not going to be able to get rid of him. So that he's part of your veteran leadership. Backlund's here for this year plus 2 more. He's not going anywhere. You got 5 or 4 years left of Uyghur. Like you don't need double ups on all these guys. And if you, it's one of the reasons I don't have a problem with them extending Backlund because you're probably going to move off of Frost and Kadri in the next 2 years. Like Frost hasn't done it for me where I'm like, he's a core piece and he's a free agent at the end of next year. You could probably spin him out for a nice asset. Like, is he undeniable? Absolutely not. He kind of looks like American or a young Backlund.
I mean, you can say that about anybody right now. Right?
I'm just looking at the ages, though. That's where you
I
can't
know.
say it about him. You can't say that about Connor Zary. He's too young. You got to find out what he is. You're not saying that about Hanzik and Gridden. Like, they have a young group coming. If you move Nazem and Rasmus, you are not in a huge void of veteran leadership. They have a lot of guys over 30.
Plenty. That's what I think too.
That's where it's different than the Edmonton thing. It's not like you're putting a C on Cole Reshny and he's like, who knows how to get in this rink?
Yeah.
We're all in the first year here.
Yeah, go draft the high-end skill. And then if you need to make a trade or you want to go to free agency and get
that's what
quality humans.
Yeah, they got Gudis, they got Killorn, they traded
Trouba,
for Kreider. Like,
they went and added the older guys.
But they're not their best players. They're the guys that set the tone. And you still have those guys here. If you trade Kadri and Rasmus and Coleman.
Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.